Welcome to Joe's Astrology. This is the birth chart for Jada Pinkett Smith. And she's definitely a career woman. We see here right away, we see this Venus, Pluto, Sun in the 10th, and the Sun is very close to the midheaven, the house of career and public image. The moon is there as well, and Mercury in Virgo. And the moon and the sun are in Earth in Virgo, and the moon is in the Capricorn decan, and the sun is in the Taurus decan. So a lot of Earth with that placement of the sun and the moon, and it's in a balsamic phase. So it's really coming to an end of a cycle. So a lot of reaping in this life. And you see with her being a successful actress, that is actually came true. With the moon and the sun there in an earth sign and being all that 10th house energy, she may be someone who's not really good at dealing with her emotions, maybe ignores her emotions, maybe has ignored her emotional life in order to facilitate the career life. She does have, she has this Jupiter, she has also Sagittarius rising, and Jupiter's conjunct the rising, so a very fortunate rising there with Jupiter conjunct the rising sign in its home sign that it rules. It's conjunct Neptune, and it's in the 12th, so we see some indication there that she is an actress. She has the ability to and the skills to be an actress. She probably has a good imagination. And that's also making a sextile to Pluto and the Sun there in the 10th, giving more indication that this is something that is going to be a very good opportunity for her in this life. She also has that almost exact sextile between Jupiter and Venus, a very fortunate aspect in astrology, which if you're following these readings, you'll see it's probably, I'm just guessing, it's popping up at least 25% of the time in these readings. I'll have to maybe make that a research project here soon. We also have Uranus in the 10th as well in this chart, showing that she's known to be someone who, in her field, to be a genius, someone who's very skilled, very progressive. It's also in the Aquarius decan at 12 degrees where it rules. And we see here her North Node is in Aquarius with Mars. And her South Node is in Leo. So the South Node, where she's coming from, in the 9th is a very good placement that really goes with that Pluto in the 10th and that Sun in the 10th. So she's very familiar, more indication that she's familiar with being a creative and being an actress. And simultaneously, someone is interested in children. And she does have, I believe, 3 children. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I know she has at least 2 that are famous. And one thing I want to point out here, that if you look at her 5th house, the ruler of the 5th, Aries is on the 5th, and the ruler of that is Mars, and it's in Aquarius with the North Node. And her children are definitely Uranian, definitely the Aquarius type. And I did do Willow Smith's chart. I'll link it down in the description so you can see. I don't even remember what I said, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Aquarius or Uranus in her chart. And the other one, Jaden, is definitely familiar with the Uranian energy as well. And I wanted to also point out here that with that Mars in the 3rd and the North Node in the 3rd, there could be some mental health issues as well with her, or at least very much interested in mental health. Whereas someone, let's say we get rid of that Aquarius and we get rid of that Mars there in the North Node there, this could be, and let's say we put it in the first and the South Node in the seventh. This could be someone who's not moving in the direction of understanding her psychology at all, or understanding her emotions at all with a chart like this. We see the Uranus in air making a trine to Saturn. So I wanted to point out here that she is married to Will Smith, and I don't know the whole story, but with all this Capricorn energy, we can see that for her, the play is to eventually move into this fourth house, and Pisces is there. So you could say she's moved into that Pisces as far as acting, but in real life, not fake life, the acting life, she is going to have to face her emotional life, which I know nothing about for her personal life. But just reading the chart here, she's going to have to face her emotional life, possibly begin to see herself without that status, that without all these planets really making her very much interested in status, and to see herself without status, and really move into her emotional life, which she does have a family, so that may be forced upon her. That will correlate to this, it suggests that it correlates to this possible malefic Mars being in this third house, the house of mentality and conscious mind, and Aquarius. Aquarius can be associated with mental health and all the things that you see in a psychiatric ward. And you also see Uranus there as well, trining the North Node. Where there's a grand trine here, air, between Saturn, Uranus, and the North Node. And that can also correlate to her doing really well with her career and being someone very special. But I also think that her, with Venus here, with that Uranus, and Uranus trining that Saturn in the seventh, that Will Smith could be that stability Saturn, that stable relationship with Saturn in the seventh. Even if I'm not sure if they divorced or what, but just he's a stable figure, I think, with his character, at least his personality from what I've seen. Definitely a family guy. I haven't heard any scandals about him or anything like that. Overall, a lot of people, they think he's a good guy, and with that trine to Saturn, regardless of what goes on in their marriage, to me that indicates that him being that figure is really giving her this opportunity to learn what she's going to learn through this fourth house in a consistent and stable manner. So whatever negative you have to say about her, I think we should cut her a break, considering she does have Mars North Node in Aquarius in the third. She does also have a Saturn Mercury square. So in signs that rule the mind, they're very mercurial, Gemini and Mercury. So we could cut her a break for that as well. I'm sure there's more to be said about this chart. But again, as I'm going to link down Willow Smith down the chart, I'm going to do her brother at some point. And I'm going to probably do a composite for her and Will Smith after I do Will Smith's chart. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these readings. And I look forward to helping you learn astrology, and I hope you have a great day.